Lori Darling's in Fayetteville and in Childersburg over at the golf course. And if you want some good eating, ladies and gentlemen, some fish or hamburger steaks, this guy knows all about it. He's eaten there many times at Lori Darling's, and a good place to eat, isn't it, Coach?
Absolutely. They do a great job.
Let's talk about last week, Fayetteville on the road to Lafayette, and a game you felt like that you should have done better in.
Oh, absolutely. We missed some opportunities again, and our kids played hard, though. I'm continually impressed by the hard effort given by our kids, and I really appreciate that. But, you know, Jimmy, we were down 7 ball players due to different reasons and so forth. That always hurts on a team our size. When you're down 7 starters, that's a problem. But we dropped a few balls and things like that, and didn't get the end zone as we should have.
It's hard to plug the holes up when you got 7 guys that you depend on out.
Well, it is. It's difficult. But you know, the good thing about it is the other kids get to come in and play that don't get to play as much, and you get to look at them on the field and on the film. So we're excited about what we're seeing coming up as well, because we got some good kids coming up. But I thought Lafayette did a real good job, and they got a couple of good special athletes there. But you know, our defense, I thought played outstanding in so many respects, and very, very proud of them. And we just really wish we could have stuck that ball in the end zone a couple of times when we had the opportunity, but it didn't pan out for us.
And that echoes the entire season.
It does.
Just can't.
Close.
Yeah.
And only counts in the horseshoes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Coach John Limbaugh, the Fayetteville Wolves, joins us, and it's homecoming tonight down at Fayetteville too.
Well, everybody's excited. You know, we lost our first homecoming game due to Victor Christian.
I can't keep up with all this stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
Victor Christian had the COVID game where they were all for 2 games, and we were one of them. So we were not able to play that game with Victor Christian. That was our homecoming, so we moved it to the Ranburne game. And so we need a homecoming. We need to come home and play at Farm Links Field, and the field's fixed up really nice and looks good. And Jeff and I and the coaches, we got out there and worked on it and got it looking pretty decent. And we want people to come out and support breast cancer awareness. I know my own mother-in-law has gone through this, and through Christ she has defeated it, and she's doing well. And my sister-in-law as well, and others of our fans have had family, and they themselves have suffered through this. But we want to recognize they're coming back from it in victory and in good health, and we want to recognize that this is a continuing, ongoing problem. But we want to lift that up, and everybody wear pink tonight into the game. Everybody wear pink.
Nothing like homecoming game.
Right.
Nothing like it.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. It's very, very special. Our kids have been having fun with it all week at school. Nerd day and dress up this and dress up like that, and they've been having a good time with it. So kids really love it. We want to put on a good show tonight, crown a homecoming king and queen, and win a ball game as well.
And it's a region contest, and you want to go out on a winning note as far as region play is concerned.
Absolutely, and it gets you started for the next year. It gets you really started for the next year, and we're excited about the opportunity for this.
All right. Of course, Ranburne is the opponent tonight, and then you close out the season next week at home. You got back-to-back home games to end the season.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I really wanted to play that Childersburg game at home. That first time we played them, we're excited to bring them onto our campus for the first time ever. Got a game to take care of tonight, though. But Ranburne is a formidable opponent. They're hungry as well. They recently got a win over Horseshoe Bend, and they're hungry for another W. And they're going to come in. They got a good-sized team. They'll be dressing over 40 ball players. I'll be dressing 28, so it's a little bit of difference there. They got more depth, but our kids are ready for the ball game. They're excited about it.
Can you talk about, you mentioned you got 7 starters out, and that's you got 11 starters period on offense and defense, and then you got 7 of those out. Can you talk about some of the reasons why we're 7 short?
A couple were out due to exposure to COVID. Not that they got it; they did not get it. And we got one out. He had 100 yards rushing. 100 yards receiving a couple of weeks ago, and he's been out, and he'll be back with the Childersburg game. But there's nothing wrong. He just got exposed. So we're going to do the right things, and if we don't want other kids getting sick, so we're going to do the right things, and that one's under quarantine. And we just got one back from quarantine, and we got 3 out with season-ending injuries, and knees, ankles. So we got those guys out, and then of course we had a couple out last week. One was out sick, and one was out did his grades. So
Wow.
We're going to continue to always do the right things.
Good.
At Fayetteville.
No doubt. John Limbaugh, the head football coach and athletic director at Fayetteville, and being the athletic director, your JV team was playing for the county championship earlier this week.
Very exciting, and one slip of the football, cost us a game, but there were a lot of things throughout the game. Of course, every game's like that, but I'm so excited for those guys, and Coach John Thad Rogers. And one of our volunteer coaches, R.B. Hammonds, did a great job all year long. Those guys went undefeated and went into the championship game and fell.
Very close game.
Very close game. Fell 12-10. And if a couple other things may have happened, we'd have won the game. But it turns out that they had a great year. Very excited for what they accomplished. I can't wait to see those guys. Some of those at the varsity level. Some of them, we're of course dressing tonight. And they've been dressing with us anyway, but it's exciting to see, exciting to have those guys with us, and so proud of them, so proud of them.
So for people who think that athletics, whether it's the varsity level or the JV level, is not important, there were a lot of people at the JV championship game of the night.
It really was. Had a lot of people come out. That's how supportive the Fayetteville fans are, and so supportive of our kids and of the neighborhood kids. And so supportive of our community, and I'm so thrilled to see them coming out and enjoying themselves at the football game. There was a time when Fayetteville didn't have a football team so many years ago, and since that's begun, you couldn't ask for better fans.
Yeah. Now, get back to homecoming tonight against Ranburn. I guess the pregame festivities start at 6:30 or so?
6:30, that's right. And they'll, our team will be out on the field. We'll get off in time for them to do any of the.
How many seniors do you have?
8. So I'm going to lose them, and I hate to lose seniors every year. you get close to these guys, and they're a special group. Really excited about it. Got 3 of them that are team captains. 3 of those, and the rest of them do a great job for us. Work hard, and you don't have any problems with them. Good group. But I'm also excited, about the progress that our volleyball team made this year. They did a great job this year, our volleyball team. And now, Jimmy, we have basketball starting up in less than 2 weeks, just a little over a week now. It's hard to believe. I'm the girls JV basketball coach.
Try not to mess it up, Coach.
I'll tell you what, I can mess up basketball like that. But these kids have a good time, and they're good kids. And I'm excited to see what Coach Lauren Morris is going to do this year with our girls varsity team. She's really working hard and excited about it. And Coach Mark Reed takes care of our boys varsity, and Matthew Moore does our boys JV. All these are great coaches, great people, and but the kids are awesome, and we're very excited to see these kids on the court and get to going and doing good things.
Coach John Limbaugh, the head football coach and athletic director at Fayetteville High School, joined us for a couple more minutes this morning. Coach, let's get down to the nuts and bolts of this season. It's been a very challenging season, beginning early on when COVID first hit. Talk about some of the challenges that we've never seen before. Hadn't talked a whole lot about it on this show either, but it's been a very, very challenging year for athletics and schools all across the state of Alabama.
Well, we got great direction from our superintendent, Dr. Suzanne Lacey, and from my principal, Amy Smith. These ladies gave us great direction in the way that we should go. And we'd never done this before, never started a summer program under COVID. So we informed our parents what to expect. They signed off on the things that we were going to try to accomplish and did accomplish. The disinfecting, the cleaning, everything that happens, not just every once in a while when we feel like it, every single day. We were taking temperatures, Jimmy, of every kid as they came onto campus, had to wash their hands to begin with, and then come and get their temperatures taken. Wow. So that's been every single day. We don't let a kid into our school now without taking their temperature. Every one of them, when they come in the door, have their temperature taken. So we're being very, very careful about this. But the thing about it, Jimmy, is our kids in going to battle on the football field, in going to practice every day, understanding that the next day they might not be able to do it. God has richly blessed this program this year in so many respects. We've been so close to a lot of wins on the field and didn't get them. That's tough there, but we got so many other wins off the field. Kids progressing, kids becoming better people, kids understanding what it takes to be a winner, what it takes to go through this virus that we're going through right now is just incredible to see these kids doing as well as they are, because this had never been done before. Wow. It had never been accomplished before. So these kids are part of a program that did something that hopefully we'll never have to do again, but no one had ever done before. So then they're going to complete a season, it looks like. So I'm excited about that.
And not only what Coach Limbaugh has talked about here, but then you got a football team to coach. You know, you got all of these other things, and Fayetteville, a smaller school, you got larger schools that's dealing with the same thing, but you got more manpower, even though the manpower has been fantastic at Fayetteville. But, you know, you keeping all those balls in the air, trying to win football games. You talked about early on about the players that you got out due to the exposure. Right. And that's every week, every day that you deal with that.
Something new comes up. We have a coach out now, Coach Moore's out now. He got exposed. And nothing's wrong with him. He's fine, but he got exposed, so we're going to keep our kids safe. So, you know, but he'll be back in about a week or so. You know, he'll be back in time for basketball to get started.
Talk about a little bit more before we go about Ranburn. You've seen them on tape. What concerns you about them?
They're hungry for one thing. They're hungry for winning too, and they do a good job of being in the right place where they're supposed to be. That means they're a well-coached team. So we're going to have to be the ones to make a tackle and break a tackle. We're going to have to be the ones that get on our block and stay on that block. They're going to run a 3-man front and they're going to run a 4-man front. And we know what they're going to do defensively. We've got to be able to counter that with a great offensive attack, but we must hang on in football because they do so many different things offensively. They can bring a lot of challenge to your defense. They run a lot of different plays, and so we're going to have to really keep them off the field, keep their offense off the field, and score some points. We're going to score some points.
Final note with Coach John Limbaugh, the head football coach and athletic director of the Fayetteville Wolves, who's celebrating homecoming tonight against Ranburn. Through, you got 2 games left, and a lot of the games that you played, you see things that if we'd have done just a little bit better. What has really been the Achilles heel this season?
Just not, you know, I tell our kids all the time, respect the rep, respect the rep. We'll have several plays that will look like $1 million bucks. We'll look like a state champion caliber team. And then we'll have a letdown. Maybe someone's tired because we don't have the depth to put others in and things like that. Like I said, I love our first 11 guys on each side of the ball. Love them to death. Our special teams have been special this year, part of the fun. They've done a great job this year. Levi's done a great job kicking, and Coach Moore did a great job, and I'll have that tonight, but he's done a great job all year long getting our teams, special teams on the field, knowing where they're supposed to be, knowing what they're supposed to do. That's been a plus for us. But not respecting every single rep, you know, having a little bit of a letdown. And I think this coming summer, next fall, we're going to do everything we can to work on our transition game. And Jim, if I could say there's one thing about us it's not where it should be is our transition game. We don't handle change very quick. You know, and something bad happens, it kind of stays with us a down or two. So we got to quit doing that.
That's kind of like life, isn't it?
It is.
Stay with us a little bit.
That's why I love football so much. It's the teacher. It's the great teacher.
Coach, thanks so much for being with us. Good luck tonight at homecoming against Ranburn, and we'll wrap up the season next week with Childersburg. Coach Limbaugh will join us next Friday morning, and hope we get that win tonight against Ranburn for homecoming. And Coach, it is dressing pink tonight, right?
Absolutely. We're going to support breast cancer awareness and all those ladies for what they've been through. We want people to dress pink and look great tonight.
All right, Coach John Limbaugh Show brought to you by Lori Darlings in Fayetteville and in Childersburg. If you hadn't tried the Childersburg location, you'll want to do that. Right there at the golf course. You don't have to be a member of the golf course. You can just go in there and eat. And they got Sunday lunch there too. That's Lori Darlings, sponsor of the Coach John Limbaugh Show, every Friday morning here on WOTM and WOIL. More coming up right after this.